Alright, we're back. So, as I was saying, yeah, all of a sudden, completely randomly and completely unintentionally, I found myself in the right square in the middle and one of the main faces of this DSP hate community, which was never my intention at the time. And yeah, honestly, it freaked me out because I was not used to that kind of attention and views and all this other kind of stuff. And it freaked me out. And honestly, in the end, became a little too much for me to handle. And though I went on to make other videos, that's what eventually led me to stop, or to, I should say, to disable comments on all the videos that I made a little while ago, like a few weeks ago. Because it got to the point where it was just kind of insane and overwhelming. And I was tired of getting flooded with messages every single day in my inbox that were all these negative fanboy comments. And I didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to take it anymore. So I wound up just disabling the comments, and that was that. And I mean, it was an insane thing. And I just spent most of my time, and continue now, spending my time defending my position, defending to people why, you know, I made these videos. Because of course, you know, it's not surprising. Everybody and their mom who's a DSP fan is going to accuse me of doing it for views. And I completely expect that. I get it. It's what they do. And, you know, I mean, those people who say that, there is nothing that you can tell them, nothing you can say to make them feel different. Because they're not interested in that. They're not interested in your explanations. They're going to believe what they're going to believe. Whether or not they're brainwashed into that DSP thinking where, well, DSP said they're doing it for money and views, so it must be true because I like DSP and he's always right. Or they're just incapable of opening their ears and listening to what you have to say. You're not going to help those people. You're never going to convince them that I didn't do this for views or money. I mean, people are either going to accept that or they're not going to accept that. And I can't help what people think. I can't. I can only explain myself to those people, again, who were subscribers of me, who knew me before this DSP stuff. Get it. You guys completely get it. You understood it. That this was never done on purpose and never done to turn into what it eventually turned into. It was just another one of my videos that I had been doing. And it just went nuts. For whatever reason, it went nuts. It caught on. It went viral in that community. And all of a sudden, it was, you know, basically open season and all kinds of mayhem. I don't know where all this dirt came from. I guess the back of that suitcase. But it was open season, mayhem time on my channel. And it was just nuts. It was nothing like I had ever experienced before. And here it was, just all thrown completely in my face. Kind of just out of nowhere. And, you know, and so, well, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab, which I guess I can just use this. I'm going to start packing up my game systems now. But yeah, and so it got to a point where I was like, you know what? I just keep getting accused of all this stuff, and the only way to make, I was still obsessed with convincing people that I didn't do this for money. And I said, you know what, the only way to convince these people is to just stop making videos. And at the time I thought, you know, it's not worth it. The joy that I get getting this stuff off my chest and calling Phil out on his shit is not worth the, you know, the ultimate suffering and pain in the ass I go through dealing with these people on a consistent basis. You know, it's not worth it. And so the smart thing for me to do is to make a video, say, you know what, I'm done making DSP videos, unless obviously he calls me out directly or something, because I'm not going to be able to resist myself if that were to happen. But other than that, you know, I'm done with it, and we'll just move on, and then maybe it'll blow over, people will forget about it, and we can all move on with our lives. So that's what I did. And I was fully planning on keeping that promise. Well, it wasn't really a promise, it was just a statement. I was intent on following through with that statement, and I sat on it for a while, and then those feelings just kept bubbling up inside of me of, you know, he continued to do bullshit things, say bullshit things, and then this whole DSP positive movement started. People started making videos that were pissing me off, and in the end I finally saw this video by this guy, Ralph Jaguar 1, who was the first video I'd ever seen who called me out by person. It was a pretty weak video, and it just pissed me off, put me over the edge, and said I have all this stuff that I want to get off my chest. So I made a video. The video that you now see that was just uploaded. And I was going to upload it, and I held off for a while. That video actually was filmed a number of weeks ago, probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and wasn't uploaded at the time until now because I didn't know if it was worth it. I didn't know if I wanted to jump back into that arena, and then not only that, but I would have to ultimately deal with the people now coming out saying that I was a hypocrite because I went back on my word. And at the end of the day, I said, you know what, I'm going to upload it. I'm going to put it out there, and I'm not going to be bullied around. I'm not going to be, you know, I'm not going to stop making these videos I want to make because people are going to accuse me of doing it for self-promotion. And so I didn't. I didn't let it stop me. I uploaded the videos, and it is what it is. And you know what? I'm going to keep making videos about it. I'm going to keep saying what's on my chest and what I want to get off my chest because it pisses me off constantly. And people, you know, that's one of the big things. People always, well, why does it upset you so much, you know? He didn't do anything personally to you. You know, it's not, why bother? And because, like I said, it makes me angry. It makes me upset for a number of reasons. Obviously, a good reason is, like I said, because I used to be a big fan of him. And I used to support him. And I've supported him monetarily by buying his merchandise. And I've supported him on videos that are still uploaded on my YouTube channel where I talked about people should go check him out. You know, he's a good guy, and he's a good YouTuber, and all this other kind of stuff. And then he turns around and acts like this. So that's one reason. Another reason is because he does have a pretty decently sized, you know, following on YouTube, and you know, he's representing supposedly gamers on the internet, and he's representing them in a horrendous way. And that makes me angry because obviously gamers are not like Phil. He calls himself the average gamer, which is a complete joke. The average gamer is not Phil. It's the opposite. And, you know, it upsets me and kind of drives me up a wall. And so, you know, it makes me upset. It makes me upset that he treats people that way because, you know, just in general, people deserve to be treated a hell of a lot better than the way he does. And people are going to defend it, say he treats people great, he's a great guy, which is just not true, in my opinion. And, you know, so yeah, all those things combined makes me not a happy camper. And I've always been outspoken about how I feel. I'm never going to stop being outspoken, and I can't help myself. I can't put my emotions and how I'm feeling and such on the back burner and just pretend that, you know, I'm not upset and that everything's great and that I don't, you know, that everything is peaches. I can't do that because it's not me, and, you know, because of that, I'm just going to keep on keeping and making my videos. And I will accept the consequences, I will accept the criticism, all that stuff, I will accept because it's, you know, brought it on myself, but I believe in what I'm saying. I don't say stuff that I don't feel. I don't say stuff that I don't believe in. And so that's kind of where I stand on that whole situation. And that's why I decided to lift my ban and continue to make videos. And I'm fully intent on, as long as he is going to say stupid crap, I am going to be there to call him out on it. And so I will probably be around for a while because he continuously says stupid crap. Because just like I can't help myself calling people out, he can't help himself being kind of a dick. So, or not kind of, being a pretty blatant dick. So that's kind of the situation on that. Not the way I thought it was going to happen. Certainly not what I had wanted to happen. But it happened. And so now I have to deal with that accordingly. And that's what I plan on doing. So, good time check. 12:54, good time to split it. I need to go grab my PS4 box to pack up my PS4. And it looks like we'll do 2 more parts here and call it a series. I'll be right back with part 4.